Hey, welcome, welcome. How are you, everybody? I'm happy to be back. I'm coming from, had a rough week. I came from a cold. I've had a cold for a whole week, and now I'm just starting to come out of it. But thank you, God. Everything is fine. Just back here with you guys. I'm glad that I'm back after a whole week of being sick. Um, Man, the video I have for you to get today is I've been thinking about this for the last couple days, and are we headed for civil war or revolution? Because you know I I don't want to sound pessimist, right? But the way things are looking, because of the way things are right now, I'm tempted to say we are headed for a civil war or a revolution. Um, but, if you analyze the economy, what's going on with the economy, all the prices, everything is up, food is up. The only thing that I've noticed that it hasn't been up is gasoline, but everything else is up. Rice is up, just the basic stuff that we need for food to survive. Everything is up. Inflation is on an all-time high. People are always mad. I mean, I've never seen something like this. Like America these days, everybody's is so mad, like all the time. Everybody's mad, for some reason we hate each other. Everything is, you are this, you are that, you're black, you're white, you're Asian. There's no, it's like a denomination. There's no, we are Americans anymore. Everything is divided. And, the president actually doesn't make it better because what he's doing is, coming, telling people that he hates all people from Somalia and they all need to leave the country. Like, you are literally generalizing a whole group, putting a whole ethnic group under a category. And what this does is you entitle the bigots and the racists to believe that they have a green light, especially your fans. And I'm talking to the president here, especially your fans, right? The people that follow you and believe that they need to take actions or action on their own hands. When you come on the microphone and say they're all bad, all the people from Somalia are bad, and I wish that they could all leave the country, you are not doing any good. Like, a president is supposed to a president is supposed to unite the citizens. There bad people? Yes, but there are bad people in every ethnic group, right? And unfortunately, the US is divided by ethnic groups. You go to any other country and everybody is, if you go to Australia, they're Australians. If you go to Dominican Republic, I'm Dominican. If you go to Puerto Rico, even though Puerto Rico is part of the US, but they're kind of like an independent, they're still not a state, they're Puerto Ricans. If you go to Venezuela, they're Venezuelans. If you come to the US, everybody is, oh, I'm African American, or I'm white American, or I'm Asian American. Why can't we just all be American? And I've been thinking about this, and because of all the hate on both parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, all the hate that they're spreading around, people are just frustrated. People are mad. We are angry as Americans all the time. We pay a lot of taxes. Then you have these millionaires not paying way less than what we pay. I pay more taxes than what the president pays. And the president is a billionaire. And I know he's not paying taxes right now because he's the president, whatever. But when he was a regular citizen, I pay more taxes. This dude has never paid taxes. Never. And here I am paying 22% in taxes. And how can you not be frustrated with this? I really hope that we don't get to that point to where a revolution happens or a civil war happens. I really hope that we don't get to that point. But all the things that are happening right now are indicators that either two things are going to happen, right? Either we are headed towards a authoritarian regime. And I'm not talking only about this president. The president, this government right now, the Republicans, they're setting the precedent. They're setting a precedent so that whoever comes in power next is going to do the same thing this president is doing. And I'm going to give you the reason why. This president is testing the limits of how much power he has. Think about it. Everything has been, since he's been president, he's testing the limits that he has as president. And, he's always testing with the Supreme Court. He is doing this, he's doing that. And what this is doing is setting a precedent for whoever is coming next is going to try the same. You can write it down. We are to the point where whoever is coming, whether it's the Democrat or Republican, is going to try and test the limits of how much power they have. Just because this president has done it, he's doing it. And I think this person is going to try and do it, whoever it is, the next president. So there are two things that are going to happen. Either we are headed towards authoritarianism, right? Or we are headed to a civil war. Think about this. It's going to get to a point where the citizens are going to get tired of the inflation. They're going to get tired of, I'm better than you. The minorities are going to get tired of ICE coming to their house and kidnapping people. So they're going to start fighting back. And we're going to have a whole melee. We're going to have a mess. So that's the two things that I've been thinking about. Either we're going to end up with a dictator, authoritarianism, or a civil war is going to happen in this country. And I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that this doesn't happen. It's sad that this is the way that we have to think about, It's sad that we're thinking this way, so negative. But seeing the things I'm seeing, I don't, to me, it could happen. Like, I'm hoping for the best. Hopefully it doesn't happen, because we don't want that, right? We don't want a civil war. We don't want bloodshed. We don't want people fighting. But think about it. People are so angry all the time for any reason. You got to be careful on the street. Like, people look for any reason to pull a gun and shoot you. There's no more fighting like a man or like a woman, with your hands, with your fists. There's no more of that here. And it's scary. It's really scary. Think about this. There's over 450 million people in this country. Or 400 or 450. I don't know the exact, right now I don't know the exact amount of people. But think about this. In a country where there's so many people, and everybody's always mad at each other. Everybody's frustrated with the government. It's frustrated with the other person. What do you think is going to end up happening? At the end, people are going to get frustrated, and we're going to end up with a civil war, or we're going to end up with a dictator. It's sad that it's the way I'm thinking about it, but I've had this in my mind for a couple nights now, and I thought that I should address it with you guys. I hope we don't get to that point, right? We don't want that. I hope we don't get to that point. But man, it's the way I see it. I don't doubt it. I absolutely don't doubt that it will happen. But nothing, man. Let's just pray to God that this doesn't happen. Um, Hopefully, this is just me overthinking. Hopefully, I'm just overthinking all this. And let's hope for the best, I'm going to tell you what, though. Those of you who don't have guns, get yourself some guns. I'm telling you, get yourself some guns. I have my gun, and I'm a U.S. citizen. It's my Second Amendment right. But get yourself some guns, because those without guns are going to be the first ones to go when a revolution starts, the way things are happening. So get yourself a gun, protect yourself. Is your right as a U.S. citizen, and protect yourself, because things are going to escalate. And the first culprit is the president. It's just the way it is. The president is out there spreading hate, and every other word this president says is hateful. Every other president, every other word he says is, let's kick the Somalis, people from Somalia out. The Mexicans are bad. Look at the list that he has, the 19 countries that he has on a ban right now, on the list of banning countries. They're all brown and black people. All brown and black people. Meanwhile, he's giving the South Africans the easy path to citizenship. Guess what's the difference? Do you see any black person in that group that came from South Africa? No, I didn't see any black person. I saw all whites, And like I said, I hope that it doesn't get to that point, but I do believe we're either going to end up with an authoritarianism, dictatorship, or we're going to end up on a civil war. This is JC Diaz Uncensored. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Have a good beginning of the week. And I'll be back with you guys soon with another video. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Hey, I really like this new setting. I hope you guys like it. It's the first time I'm trying this setting, right here. Hope you guys like it. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Peace.